Hey, it's David Farmer, and today we're going to talk about how you can exclude internal traffic to your dealership's website from customers and employees at your dealership's physical location. We all know that dealership employees and dealership customers are going to be going to your dealership's website, and Google Analytics is going to track that information unless you specifically set up a special view to exclude any traffic from your dealership's physical location. In this video, we're going to show you the step-by-steps that you need to take to make sure that you are excluding any traffic from your dealership's physical location. And let me show you exactly how that works. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to jump over and get into Google Analytics. Now, to understand how we're going to do this, it is important to understand how the account structure is set up in Google Analytics. Now, if you go to your Google Analytics in the upper left-hand corner, you select the dealership name there or the account name, you're going to see that there's three different sections in the structure. Number one is going to be that top level, which is going to be an analytics account. Number two is going to be the property, and that's where we would generate the code for your dealership's website. And then the third is going to be the view. Now, Google does recommend a best practice to have at least 3 views. Number one, a raw data view. Number two, a test view. And number 3, a master view. Of course, a raw data view is going to be all of the data that's going to be collected. Number 2, the test view is where you can test different filters and different settings. And then the third is going to be that master view. In order to make modifications to the views, if you go down the bottom left-hand corner, click on admin, the little gear icon, you're going to see the same 3: account, property, and view. So in this case, what we want to do is we want to create a view that is going to exclude any internal traffic from your internal IP. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to click the Create View button, and we're going to create this, and we can just call this internal traffic excluded. So now we know that that is set up. Now, it is important to understand that when you create a new view, none of the data that you have previous is going to be available in this view. So it's only on a go-forward basis. So when I create that view, this is when we're going to start to collect data once you actually create that view. Also, we do want to do a couple different things here. The first thing, if we go into view settings, you want to make sure that you have the bot filtering checked. This is going to exclude any hits from any known bots or spiders. So we want to make sure that that is excluded, and that's going to be on by default. I'm going to go back here and go into the view setting. Actually, if I open this back up, again, you'll see the account, the property, and the view. Underneath our newly created internal traffic excluded view. If I go down to filters, now we're going to be able to create a filter. Also, when you create these filters, the way that Google Analytics works is we're actually going to filter out any of the traffic to be saved into this view. So anytime that we add a filter, it's just not going to allow that filter to actually get the data or save it. So it's filtering out anything we don't want, so it's not going to be accessible from this view. That's one of the reasons why they recommend having a raw data view, so you can see the difference between all of the data versus the filtered data that's available in these different views. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Add Filter, and I'm going to say this is going to be internal traffic. Now, there are a few different types of filters you can create. You can do a predefined filter, but we're going to be looking at doing a custom filter. We're actually going to be doing a predefined filter. We're going to be excluding any known IP addresses, and we're going to be able to enter that in right here. Now, to find out what IP address your Wi-Fi is on, if you just go to a Google search bar and search what is my IP, it's going to let you know exactly what your IP is right there. We can copy this and we can paste that right in. So now we've created a predefined filter to exclude any traffic. I hit save. So now from this point forward, we're only going to be collecting data from customers that are outside our external database. Now, there are ways where you can add in multiple IP addresses. If you have multiple Wi-Fi addresses, all you need to do is just separate that by the pipe character, which is the straight up and down one. So if you had a couple different ones, you can enter that right in for IP address that way. So that is exactly how you have the ability to exclude traffic from your inside your Google Analytics account from customers that are in your dealership's showroom. This is going to be extremely important for you to be able to judge the success of any external traffic, looking at users, new users, returning users, how you're going to be able to collect audiences to use for retargeting, bounce rates. All of those things now are going to be more accurate because you're only utilizing data from customers that are outside your dealership's physical location. I hope that you found some of this information valuable today. If you did, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. You'll be notified anytime that we upload new content to this channel. As always, we really appreciate your time participating and watching our content. You'll find this video along with many others on intice.com.